Ashok, and today I'm going to talk you through why Saber Tooth White doesn't use whitening lights and lasers, and why we've opted for a 7-day system rather than a quick fix whitening treatment. Now, the dentists among you already know the score on most of this. You already know about whitening lights, but lights and lasers are still quite popular in the beauty industry, so we're going to have a quick run through explaining why we've avoided them. We've never made a secret of our opinion on whitening lights. Quite honestly, we've always thought they're a total waste of time and money. If a customer is going to spend hard-earned cash on whitening their teeth with a light, they may as well be throwing their money off a cliff. Now, that's a pretty strong opinion, and I'm going to have to back that up. So here we go. I'm going to talk you through how we came to our decision on whitening lights, and then show you our alternative. You may have seen mini lights advertised online, or big ones being used at shopping malls, but they're all essentially doing the same thing. First, we're going to look into how they work. We'll then look at the results for the user, the ultimate effectiveness of the light, and then explain why and how Saber Tooth White has been designed differently. So, what happens when the light's used? Regardless of what gel is being used here, the process is always more or less the same. Some sort of whitening gel is applied to the teeth, and the light is used to activate the gel and whiten the teeth. However, a large proportion of the whitening here is actually caused by dehydration. Basically, you're paying to have your teeth dried out. After rubbing the gel onto the teeth, a high intensity light is focused into the mouth. This causes the gel on the surface to boil off into the air. Some of the remaining gel will infuse into the teeth, and that will allow for actual whitening. Some darker parts of the tooth absorb the light and store it as heat energy. As the internal areas are the darkest, they're the ones that heat up the most. This causes the tooth to heat up from the inside. As the tooth builds this uncontrollable internal heat, fluids in the tooth expand. This pushes the natural moisture out of the teeth. Our teeth are porous, so for the same reason they'll allow gel in, they'll also allow these natural fluids to get out. This dehydration gives the teeth a temporary chalky white colour and causes the extreme pain that people associate with light-assisted whitening. The idea here is threefold. They're using the heat to activate the gel, then they're dehydrating the teeth, giving them a whiter chalky colour, and finally they're doing this to allow the gel access into the teeth. So the gel is going to have to go against the flow to get into the teeth. This can make for a very inefficient technique, as the gel is always fighting against the current of the natural fluids being forced out. The immediate result of this may be that the teeth lose water, dehydrate and appear whiter for a temporary time, usually around 72 hours. After 72 hours, you're going to get the final result of the treatment. They're going to recover from their ordeal and absorb water from the saliva, a bit like a sponge, and in doing so they will turn dark again. So here's a rundown of the patient's experience here. They're having to sit still for anything up to and over an hour for their treatment, with a high intensity light shone into their mouth. They're experiencing heating of the tooth, potentially but not always causing extreme sensitivity, and if the light isn't positioned correctly, they could even have sunburnt lips and gums. For up to 72 hours after the treatment, the patient's sensitivity is likely to be very painful as their teeth try and rehydrate. However, the temporary dehydration will have resulted in a notably good initial shade difference. Within 72 hours, the teeth will be rehydrating and the shade is going to start to darken noticeably. Given the amount of money the patient would have paid, this is where you run the risk of them coming back and complaining, saying that the treatment was short term. Like I said before, in our opinion, spending money on laser whitening is like standing on a cliff and throwing your money away. If you really want to do that and sit around with a light in your mouth and only have white teeth for a few days, fine. Saber Tooth White is not for you. We designed something different. We wanted great results that last, and we came up with the goods. Our 14-day kit is a real stunner. It gets great feedback and dentists love it, but we identified two issues. 1. Patients want faster results and more options. And 2. We wanted to provide a budget option for people who perhaps couldn't afford or didn't want the peroxide kits. It led to us developing Saber Tooth White 7-day. With Saber Tooth White 7-day, we use the same principles of whitening, using the trays custom made by a Saber Tooth approved lab. We also took a comprehensive approach to cleaning and polishing the teeth before each whitening session to take a shortcut on the treatment time. Now, while 7 days is pretty fast, it's not a quick fix. we developed a set regime that users need to follow every day for best results. Saber Tooth White 7 Day is available in both peroxide and peroxide-free editions. The peroxide-free kit is designed to bring teeth back to their natural shade without the need for bleach, while the 16% peroxide kit is for those who want the full-on, celebrity bleached white shades. In true Saber Tooth White style, we've remained true to our original methods and kept our free whitening pen offer going. Every patient that reviews one of our kits will get a free whitening pen. For more info on exactly what's inside our 7-day kit, head over and check out one of the other 7-day kit videos on our YouTube page. To be kept up to date with this and all other Saber Tooth releases, as well as exclusive sales, competitions and special offers, make sure you sign up to our mailing list at www.sabertoothwhite.com, follow us on Twitter @SaberTWhite, or like us on our Facebook page.